received by White. Miscommunication, and Tigers win!
And they're going to send around Allen. Is it going to be an inside to Parker? Yes, it is!
Court to the three-point line. Thornton underneath to Van Zandt. Layup at the buzzer. It's good. It's good. Washita storms the court.
Good afternoon and welcome to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. I'm Chase Hartzell and you are looking live at Rab Rogers Field in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It is a beautiful sunny Tuesday afternoon here for a game between two GAC opponents. This is not a conference matchup though. It'll still be a good one between the number 15 Southern Arkansas Muleriders and the hometown Washita Tigers. Both of these teams playing series in Arkadelphia this weekend with opposite results for Washita taking 2 of 3 against the number 20 Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. For SAU, they dropped down from number 9 in last week's poll to number 15 after dropping 2 of 3 to Henderson State. First time we've seen the Muleriders lose a series in a while, and Henderson State continuing to try to make a statement in the Great American Conference polls. Well, both of these teams today getting some great experience in front of a good home crowd here at Rab Rogers. Starting out on the bump today for the Tigers, it'll be the freshman southpaw, Cade Crossland. Crossland is 0-1 in 5 appearances this season. He's thrown 10 innings of work, and he's accumulated an ERA just north of 6. He's also struck out 13. He's going to be facing off against a talented SAU lineup, though, starting off with the shortstop Riley Orr. Then it'll be right fielder Connor Allen, Brett McGee, the designated hitter, batting third, Brendan Nickel will be batting cleanup at third base, and then it'll be the reigning GAC tournament MVP, Chris Lyles, playing center field and batting fifth. Will Richardson will be batting sixth and playing first base. Mikey McGinnis will be playing left field, and he'll bat seventh. Jack Rubik will be catching and bat eighth, and then Chris Sutton rounds up the lineup at the 9-hole. But Riley Orr is already into the box, and we are just about ready to get underway here this afternoon. Here's the first pitch from Crossland. That one is in there for a strike. Orr was also a big part of SAU's GAC championship a year ago as he takes this one for ball 1. Crossland wanting to work quickly here against a man who was named to the all-tournament team a year ago. He swings and misses here for strike 2, fooled by the breaking ball. Crossland looking to send him packing, the 1-2. That one misses outside for ball 2. Freshman working quickly, the 2-2 pitch. That one's fouled into the backstop. Washita played 2 of the 3 games in the series against Arkansas Tech here at Rab Rogers Field this weekend. The last game had to be moved to Henderson State due to weather. And the 2-2 pitch, that one is ripped out to center field. Center fielder's ranging over, and he's going to make the play for out number 1. So credit Isaac now with a put out there in center field. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Connor Allen. Allen touting a .300 batting average coming into this plate appearance. He's homered 5 times. That's highest in the lineup today for the Mule Riders. He's also driven in 19 runs. And he's going to take the first pitch high here for ball 1. The 1-0, that one also misses for ball 2. Crossland looking for an effective placement of that fastball early in this at-bat. The 2-0 pitch, that one is going to catch the zone for a strike on the outside corner. Got to be careful working to a talented bat like that of Allen. Here in count leverage, the 2-1 pitch. That one's going to miss well outside for ball 3. So a great spot to be here if you're Connor Allen. And Brett McGee due up on deck, the 3-1. That one is fouled out of play. Crossland able to fool him just enough, and the count runs full. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. It's the first punch out of the afternoon for the freshman, his 14th of the season. And now he's just one batter away from a 1-2-3 inning. But standing in his way will be the talented designated hitter, Brett McGee. McGee was another major player in SAU's run last year. And this time Crossland's going to miss outside for ball 1. SAU finally breaking through the glass ceiling and making their way to Cary, North Carolina for the Division II College World Series. It was something that had eluded them for a little while. They'd had plenty of appearances in the regional tourney, but were waiting for that trip to D2's biggest stage. They finally got it last year, had a solid showing. As this one misses ball 3. So now Crossland in danger of losing him on just 4 pitches. And Brandon Nickel waits on deck. The 3-0 pitch. That one runs inside for ball 4. Quinones tried to pull it back in, but instead McGee will be taking his base here as the first base runner of the afternoon. And that brings up the cleanup batter, Brandon Nickel. Runner taking his lead at first. First pitch here misses high for a ball. Quinones trying to reassure the freshman arm out there. He's had trouble with location over these past couple of batters. Has thrown 5 straight balls. He'll look to find the zone here. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. Nickel has the highest runs batted in count of either team in today's contest. He has 27 ribbies up to this point in the year, and he pops this one over to the right side, but out of play, foul. Nickel with 27 RBIs on the year to go along with 4 home runs. He also has one of the highest batting averages at .318. That one just misses for ball 2. Crossland almost crisscrossing that one back over the plate, but it just missed that outside corner according to the home plate umpire. The 2-2 pitch, that one is fouled back out of play. So the cleanup man for the Mule Riders will see at least one more here. The 2-2 once more. That one locks him up for strike 3. It's the second punch-out of the inning for the freshman, and he strands a runner on first. Ouachita will have its first chance at the plate when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer. Caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. It wasn't quite a 1-2-3 inning for Cade Crossland. In the first half of the inning, he did walk a batter with 2 away, but was able to bounce back with his second strikeout of the afternoon. And now the Tigers will have their first chance at the dish. Wyatt Core will be the leadoff man for the Tigers. G. Allen batting second. Left field today, Michael Quinones will be catching and batting third. Jackson Chaney serving in the cleanup role and batting playing first base. At shortstop will be Dustin Bermudez. He received a nomination for GAC Player of the Week this week, but ended up losing out after an impressive effort against Arkansas Tech. Isaac Now will be batting sixth and playing center field. C.W. Schrader is batting seventh and playing third base. Kieran Terrio at second base and batting eighth, and then rounding out the lineup will be Judd Arrington, the designated hitter. Well, Wyatt Core digging in here for the Tigers, the reigning GAC Freshman of the Year. He'll get things going here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Core has the top on-base percentage on the team at the moment with a .467 mark coming into this plate appearance. And he's going to take this one for a strike on the outside corner. The man who gets the start on the mound today for the Muleriders will be the sophomore right-hander, Dawson Herford. This is just his third appearance of the year and his second start, though it looked as if he served in the opener role for that game, as he's only thrown 2 innings total for the year. The 1-1, that one is chopped out to short, or fumbles it, and he's going to have no play at first. So it looks like the senior shortstop will be charged with an error. And now Herford's going to have to face off against the talented bat of G. Allen. Allen has been one of the biggest power bats in this lineup over the past couple seasons, had one of the top 5 home run campaigns in school history a year ago, his first year with the team. He's already got 3 again this year, and now check over on the runner at first. Core just gets back in time. Herford has not allowed a single run this year. His ERA is perfect, and this one is chopped into the backstop. Herford has only allowed 1 base runner all year long. That was courtesy of a walk. Check again on Core over at first. He's back in time. Core has been the top stolen base threat on the team up to this point in the season, going a perfect 3 for 3 on attempts. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 1. The next one to Allen. That one misses low for ball 2, so they'll have to be careful here in a count leverage situation against Allen, who loves to drive baseballs in count leverage. He'll be looking for one he can pull over into right field. A few weeks ago, we saw him hit one just shy of the tennis courts out there in right field, and one more check on Core. That one was close, but the sophomore is back in time. Washita wearing the classic pinstripe jerseys here today, and the Muleriders in their gold jerseys. This pitch is ripped out to right field. That one could be trouble. It does die out just shy of the warning track, and Core is going to have to retreat to first base. It's allowed out number 1, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Michael Quinones. Quinones, in his first year with the Tigers, leading the team with 23 RBIs. He's also currently tied for the batting average lead at 368. His on-base percentage at a solid 443 at this point in the young season. Check on Core again. You can tell that Wyatt Core is weighing heavily on the mind of Hereford right now as he continues to check over on the runner. This time, Core faked motion. Quinones went after it, and it's a strike, so you have to wonder if maybe the hit and run was on there, but Core recognized that it wasn't going to be hit. Check on the runner. He is back in time once again. SAU and Washita matched up for a 3-game set a year ago right here at Rab Rogers Field. The Muleriders taking that one 2-1, as the 0-1 here is chopped foul over to the right side. The Tigers won their only game of the series. That was the series closer, Game 3, on a Monday afternoon. Wyatt Core, who is standing on first base right now for the Tigers, hit a walk-off into left field. That game also featured a grand slam from Noah Bachman, his first home run of that season. And this one is hit out to center field. That one's looping, and it's going to get down for a base hit. So Lyles does a good job of cutting it off that time, as it took an awkward hop. But we have our first base hit of the afternoon. Credit that one to Michael Quinones. And that brings up a man who had a monster game on Sunday, Jackson Cheney. He went 4 for 4 in that one, reaching base a total of 5 times. He drove in 5 runs as well, en route to hitting for 3 legs of the cycle, including a single, a triple, and a home run. All that eluded him was that pesky double. First pitch here is taken in the opposing batter's box for ball 1. Cheney leading the team in home runs up to this point in the year. He has 4. And that one's in the dirt for ball 2. So Hereford really going to have to be careful here against a talented bat. It was a bit of a slow start to 2022 for Cheney before he really turned it on in conference play and ended up with 10 home runs on the season. He's already got 4 here in 2023. The 2-0 pitch, that one is fouled into the backstop, and you could tell that Cheney was hoping to drive that one. He does still have count leverage here against the sophomore right-hander. Hereford keeping an eye on Core. 2-1 pitch. That one misses high for ball 3, and that time it looked like Rubik was ready for a snap throw. You see Hereford checking his armband there, looking for the pitch call. He sets now the 3-1. That one just catches the outside corner for strike two. A great comeback pitch that time from the sophomore right-hander, facing off against the senior first baseman. And now something's got to give here with a full count and one away in the inning, 2 runners on. The payoff pitch is going to have to wait as Hereford's going to step off. Both dugouts fired up here for this big pitch coming up. The 3-2. That one misses for ball 4. So with the walk, Cheney helps the Tigers load the bases. And that's going to bring up the red-hot bat of Dustin Bermudez. Bermudez received a nomination for the GAC Player of the Week after driving in 8 runs over the course of the final 2 games against Arkansas Tech. He's going to look to carry that momentum over into this at-bat right here. First pitch is chopped over to short. It's going to be a tough play. Only one is at third. So it's a fielder's choice, but the Tigers played their first run on the ball game. Credit Dustin Bermudez with the RBI, and it's 1-0 Ouachita. But the Mule Riders not out of trouble just yet as Isaac Nowell steps up to the plate. This one is ripped over to the left side and through for a base hit. Howard's given the green light. Here's the throw into the plate. It's cut off, and Jackson Cheney slides in for the second run of the ball game. The sophomore center fielder, Isaac Nowell, coming through with the 2-out RBI single, and it's 2-0 Ouachita. For ball 1. Having a really solid season up to this point with a .309 batting average, but he has the second highest on-base percentage in today's starting lineup for the Tigers at .449. He's going to foul this one out of play. Schrader walked an amazing 4 times in a single game against UAFS in the home opener for the Tigers earlier this season. And this one is swung on and missed for strike 2. You could tell that Schrader wanted to drive that one over into the open space over there in left field. Looking to battle up here with 2 strikes, the 1-2 pitch. That one is in the dirt. Good job there by Rubik, just able to corral it behind the plate. And now it is 2 wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 2 runners on and 2 runs already across for the inning. This one is chopped up to second. Play is made. Credit that one for unassisted for Chris Sutton, and that is going to conclude matters here for the first inning. But the Tigers strike for 2 runs on just 2 hits, but strand 2 men in scoring, 2 men on base, 1 in scoring position. That is going to bring us to the second inning of play, but Ouachita already enjoying a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with more Tiger baseball after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washita Sports Digital Network.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Tigers scratch across 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning, courtesy of a fielder's choice from Dustin Bermudez, and then Isaac now coming through with an RBI base hit. Cade Crossland returning to the mound for his second inning of work after setting down 3 of 4 batters in the top of the first, allowing just 1 walk. The 1-0 pitch here is chopped over to the left side, foul. The man at the plate for the Mule Riders is the reigning GAC tournament MVP. That's Chris Lyles. Had a great postseason a year ago. The 1-1 pitch. That one just misses for ball 2. So it will be count leverage here to the talented 5-hole hitter, the 2-1. That one misses outside as well for ball 3. Going to have to be careful here, as Crossland has surrendered a walk already. Doesn't want to give up something big. Peel down to first, and they're going to say he held up in time. So a tough call there for Crossland, as it was close, but instead he surrendered his second walk of the afternoon, and that's going to bring up Will Richardson. Lyles is also one of the top base stealers for the Mule Riders, so the Tigers will have to keep an eye on him, as this one is low for ball 1. Lyles is 6 for 8 on the year in stolen base attempts. Check on the runner over at first, and it gets past Jackson Chaney. So instead, runner's going to take second base. He's going to retreat back and not extend it any further. But that one will almost definitely be charged as an error on Washita. And now the Mule Riders have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. The 1-0, that one misses outside for ball 2. Crossland hasn't given up any hits in this one yet, but he has struggled with command at times, having already surrendered 2 walks, and now he's down in the count once again. The 2-0 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 3. 3-0 now to Richardson as Mikey McGinnis waits on deck. There is a right-hander getting loose out there for the Mule Riders in the bullpen. As the 3-0 pitch, that one does catch the zone for a strike. The 3-1, that one is in the dirt for ball 4. So that will be the 3rd walk surrendered by the freshman. And now we're going to have a mound visit. We want to thank you again for watching the Washita Sports Digital Network, a student-led production team here at Washita Baptist University. I want to give a special shout-out to our advisor, Chris Babb, who really was in charge of everything this weekend with a smaller crew, as Wyatt Ashlock and I, the student directors of OSDN, as well as Jill Parsons, who's one of our senior social media members here. We were all at the CMA convention in New York City. And I like the little graphic in there. The chase is on the case again, one of the running jokes we have in here at OSDN. But right now it's Cade Crossland on the case, as he's going to try to get the Tigers out of this jam. With 2 runners on, nobody out and Mikey McGinnis at the plate. That one misses for ball 1. The 1-0. That one is swung on and missed for a strike. SAU looking to break into the run column here with their first RBI opportunity of the day. 7, 8, and 9 currently do it for the Muleriders. The 1-1. That one is in there for strike 2, and you can't locate the inside heater much better than that. Jackson Cheney is playing in on the right side, prepped for a double play ball. This one's popped up. Over to the left side, going to be a tough play in the sun. Bermudez is waving off Allen, and he's going to make the play for out number 1.
Now batting the catcher, Jack Rubik.
So Crossland gets that all-important out number 1 here in the top of the second inning, and now he's just a double play ball from getting out of the jam as Jack Rubik steps up to the plate. Rubik touting a batting average north of 350 up to this point on the season. The 1-0 from Crossland. That one is swung on and missed for a strike. He was out in front of that one. Wind is blowing into right field right now, and Cheney is backed up a little bit there on the right side. And this one has popped up over to the left side. I don't think that one's going to be playable. Indeed, it's going to fall on the concourse out there in front of the baseball offices. The 1-2 pitch. That one just misses low for ball 2. Quinones with a great frame that time. The 2-2. That one misses high for ball 3. Tried to entice him with the high heater. He doesn't bite, and now the count's run full. Chris Sutton is waiting on deck for SAU. And the payoff pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Beat him with the straight number 1 that time. Third punch out of the outing for Crossland. And that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter Chris Sutton. This one is popped up over to the right side of the infield. Will the Tigers get out of it? Yes, they will. Kieran Terrio having to fight off the sun on this sunny afternoon at Rab Rogers Field, but he does make the play. And how about Cade Crossland? Crossland, after allowing 2 base runners to open up the inning, retires 3 straight, and no runs cross here for the Muleriders. We're heading to the bottom of the second inning. Your score, Ouachita 2, Southern Arkansas nothing. We'll be back with more Tiger baseball after this timeout.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch. A place to sit back and watch the world go by. A place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
If you or a loved one gets hurt in an accident,
You need true care and concern,
you can hand us everything, the bills, the paperwork, and anything else you need help with.
so you can focus on recovering from your injury.
That's why people turn to the Taylor King Law Firm.
You need an attorney with integrity and experience in dealing with the complex details.
We do everything we can to relieve the stress and take care of your family.
If you're injured in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. You can get a look at the Tiger dugout right now as Ouachita getting set to face off against a new pitcher. It looks like Dawson Herford was just serving as an opener today after allowing just 2 earned in the first inning of play. Taking over for him will be the freshman right-hander, that is Landon McAllister. Or my apologies, Landon is actually a sophomore. And he is set to face off against the 8, 9, and 1-hole hitters for the Tigers, starting off right here with Kieran Terrio. Terrio, another fresh face for the Tigers here in 2023 on a team where position players are mainly carryovers from last season, as this one is taken for ball 1. A lot of Ouachita Tigers returning from that 2022 playoff team in a number of capacities, as this one is in the zone for a strike. Well, most are returning as players. We do have one who is returning as a coach. That's Bo Burson. He's an assistant coach that was also a pitcher on last year's team. And the 1-1 pitch, that one is in the opposing batter's box for ball 2. We had a fun bit of trivia this weekend as Teddy Webb was named Pitcher of the Week for last week's contest before the winners were announced today. He earned that for his complete game shutout of UAM. And Terrio gets around on this one, sends it out to center field. But it's going to hang up long enough for Lyles to make the play for out number 1. So with 1 away, that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Judd Arrington. You can get a better look at his stat line right there. Allen had the native of Allen, Texas, had one of the top on-base percentage seasons in Ouachita history a year ago when he had an on-base percentage well north of 460. The 1-0, that one is going to be called a strike. I don't know if they'll say he went around, but it looked like it was in the zone anyways. And now it is 1-1 to Arrington. That pitch misses low for ball 2. For Ouachita a year ago, they did meet up with the Muleriders for the 3-game set, but had a rematch in the GAC tournament when the Muleriders narrowly defeated them by a couple of runs. That was really the closest the Muleriders came to defeat in the GAC tournament as they steamrolled their way to another conference title en route to a College World Series appearance. And this one is ripped over to the right side, and that's going to be a base hit. Third of the afternoon for the Tigers, first for Arrington. And with that, the lineup card's going to turn over, and Wyatt Core will step up to the plate.
Now batting right fielder, Wyatt Core.
There you see the numbers for Core entering this contest. It's been a great follow-up campaign to his GAC Freshman of the Year season a year ago. This one is in the dirt for a ball. Really the only thing eluding Core at this point in the young season is his first home run of the year. He had 10 a year ago, including a stretch where he hit 4 home runs in 4 games right here at Rab Rogers Field. The 1-0. That one's popped up over to the right side. Could be trouble, but it's going to hang up long enough for the play to be made for out number 2. It was never really a doubt on whether or not that one was gone, but rather would it drop in the shallow outfield, as when you're battling the sun, like both teams are today, anything can happen. But it was a good play made out there by Connor Allen. And speaking of Allen, G. Allen is stepping up to the plate now for Ouachita, 0 for 1 in this contest. First pitch here is chopped over to the right side, but foul. And already it looks like the Muleriders have another man warming up in the bullpen, this time a southpaw. The 0-1 pitch, that one runs high for a ball. Allen was named to the All-GAC Honorable Mention team a year ago, playing third base. He has since transitioned into left field for the Tigers. He also won the GAC Player of the Week award twice in last year's campaign. The 1-1 here is swung on and missed for strike 2. And now it looks like McAllister is just one good pitch away from getting out of this inning. McAllister hoping to strand Arrington at first. The 1-2 pitch. That one is ripped out towards the gap, and that one's going to get down. Arrington takes the turn at second. He's heading for third. Good throw in by Lyles ensures that Allen's going to stay at first. But it is a 2-out single here for the Tigers left fielder. And it will bring up the leading RBI man for Ouachita. That is Michael Quinones. First pitch here to Quinones. That one's right there for a strike. Great low heater that time from the sophomore right-hander. Quinones, originally from Phoenix, Arizona, the Valley of the Sun. He hit his first home run as a Tiger. It was a grand slam right here at Rab Rogers Field in the series clincher against Northwestern Oklahoma State. But now he's going to have to battle out of a hole here after 2 good pitches down in the zone from McAllister. The sophomore right-hander once again 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. The 0-2 pitch, runner in motion. And that one's chopped foul, and that one bounced right off Quinones. Never feels good to take a foul ball like that, but it looks like he's going to be okay. The lefty steps back into the batter's box as McAllister sets the 0-2 pitch. That one reaches out. Sutton with the flip over to second. Throw is there in time, and that's going to do it for the second inning of play. So the Tigers do get 2 hits in the inning, but strand 2 runners on, and the score stays right where it was at, 2-0 Tigers as we head to the third. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch. A place to sit back and watch the world go by. A place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. There you can see Cade Crossland getting warmed up for his third inning of work. Has struggled with command at times, but has only allowed a few base runners and no hits up to this point, as he's set to face off against the top of the order, starting off here with the leadoff man, Riley Orr. First pitch misses high and outside for ball one. The 1-0. That one will be taken down low for ball two. The next pitch, that one will be right there for a strike. Great location that time from the freshman lefty. And Orr's going to foul this one back out of play. Orr, entering this contest, had the highest batting average of any player from either team with a .386 clip. And he's going to foul this one into the backstop, showing why he's one of the toughest outs you're going to find in the conference, currently tied for the team lead in on-base percentage at an even .500. The next pitch, that one is ripped over past a diving Schrader out there, and that's going to get through for a base hit, first of the afternoon for the Mule Riders.
Right fielder, Connor Allen.
So the Mule Riders have a base runner to start off the inning, and that's going to bring up Connor Allen. This one's going to miss high for a ball. The next pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. And even Allen can acknowledge that that was a good pitch there that fooled him. And it'll be even at 1-1. Check on the runner at first. He is back in time. Orr is yet another stolen base threat on this speedy Mule Rider squad. He's a perfect 5 for 5 on stolen base attempts for the season. This one is swung on and missed for strike two. And Crossland really has him fooled here. Brett McGee is waiting on deck for the Mule Riders. Crossland, the 1-2, swung on and missed for strike three. The freshman records K number 4 of the afternoon. And that will indeed bring up Brett McGee. And now the Tigers, should they get one on the ground, they could get out of this one with a double play ball. There is a big hole over there, though, on the right side. Is Terrio having to play closer to the bag due to the stolen base threat, as this one is taken for a ball. You can see the Bermudez is ready to go over there at short two. Ready for a throw down from Quinones at any moment. The 1-0. That one is tipped, and it's going to stay fair. Crossland throws over to first, the only play available, and it serves the same purpose as a bunt. But there are two away in the inning now for the cleanup man, Brandon Nickel.
Third baseman, Brandon Nickel.
Nickel is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. He was one of 2 strikeout victims in Crossland's first inning of work. First pitch here. That one is ripped down to third base. Great play by Schrader, ranging over, throws it over to first. It's there in time. Colton Schrader from the DFW area, flashing the leather that time to strand a runner on for SAU. The Tigers hang up another 0 on the scoreboard, and they'll have another chance at the plate when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. A beautiful Tuesday afternoon in March here for some midweek action between the SAU Muleriders and the Ouachita Tigers. And today it looks like it's going to be a committee effort for the pitching staff of SAU, as the Muleriders will see their third pitcher in as many innings. Starting off this inning on the mound for his squad will be the freshman southpaw Carson Cheek. For Ouachita, they put up the only runs of the ball game up to this point. Back in the bottom of the first inning, it was a fielder's choice for Dustin Bermudez that drove in a run, and then Isaac Nowell came through. The very next batter had an RBI base hit into left field that played the Tigers' second run of the inning. And then Ouachita had a little bit of a two-out rally going with 2 runners on, but still 2 away, and SAU did get out of that unscathed. 2 runs on 4 hits and 1 error thus far for the Tigers. No runs on 1 hit and 1 error for SAU. But right now, the Tigers will have a chance to plate some more runs here. As you can see, Jackson Chaney warming up over there in the on-deck spot. He's had a great start to the season, including 5 RBIs in his last outing against Arkansas Tech. He homered in that one, tripled in that one. Had 4 hits in total, 2 singles on top of those. So now he's going to be facing off against the freshman left-hander, Cheek. And that one's going to miss for ball 1. SAU has plenty of young arms on their staff, but don't let them fool you, because they've got some guys that can throw like they've been out there on the field for 3 or 4 years, even if it is just their first year in the program, as this one is ripped out to left field, and that one will get down for a base hit. Takes a nasty hop, but a good job there by the left fielder McGinnis to keep it in front of him. Nonetheless, it is a leadoff single for Jackson Chaney, and that's going to bring up Dustin Bermudez.
Now batting the shortstop, Dustin Bermudez.
Bermudez, again, building off a streak in which he has 8 RBIs over his last 2 games. Actually, add 9 onto that if you count this game right here, as he was credited with the RBI off of the fielder's choice. So the shortstop really heating up here as we enter the middle portion of the season. The 1-0 pitch, that one is fouled back out of play over to the right side. Well, we talked about it earlier on the broadcast about young talent in the pitching rotation for SAU. Their ace this year is Jeremy Adorno, who was the ace a year ago as well. Won not only the Freshman Pitcher of the Year award, but the Pitcher of the Year award period for the Great American Conference, as he went undefeated through the regular season and had an ERA of just about 2. Adorno also made his way onto the all-tournament team a year ago. Really a fantastic effort for the young man out of Florida. The 1-2 to Bermudez. That one misses outside for ball 2. Both the Tigers and the Mule Riders made it to the NCAA tournament a year ago. SAU punching their ticket to carry North Carolina after defeating Augustana in the Central Region Final as Dustin Bermudez swings and misses here for strike 3, his first punch out of the ball game. And that's going to bring up Isaac Nowell. Nowell's been shown to have a bit of pop on his bat as well. He already has a multi-home run performance this year, the only one thus far for the Tigers in 2023. Check on the runner at first. He's back in time. This is the 4th game that the Mule Riders have played in Arkadelphia in the last 5 days or so. They dropped 2 of 3 to the Henderson State Reddies across the street at Clydeberry Field. As the 0-1 pitch, that one is in the dirt for a ball. Clydeberry Field is also where the Tigers clinched their series against the number 20 Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. In a great offensive effort there. 15 runs plated for the Tigers. And they ended up with a 7-run margin of victory over a talented ATU lineup. The 1-1 pitch, that one is ripped out to short. This could be 2. Throw over to second, now over to first, and it is there in time. Score at 6-4-3. Credit Riley Orr with the great defensive effort. And that will conclude matters here for the 3rd inning. So no runs on 1 hit and no errors for Ouachita as we head to the 4th inning of play. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer. Caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Fourth inning about to get underway here at Rab Rogers Field. Ouachita leading this one 2-0. But SAU looking to get something going here with Chris Lyles set to lead off the inning. Lyles showing bunt here. He pulls it back, but it's going to be a strike called anyway. Lyles, no official at-bats to his name up to this point, though he walked in his first plate appearance. That one runs inside for ball 1. The next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. So now the reigning GAC tournament MVP in a little bit of danger here. He's going to have to battle up with 2 strikes. Crossland working quickly. The 1-2, trying to throw off his timing a little bit there, but it just missed the zone for ball 2. The next pitch. That one is swung on and missed for strike 3. Crossland fools him with the dropping breaking ball, add another strikeout to his total. And that is going to bring up the 6-hole hitter, Will Richardson. First pitch here is chopped foul over to the left side. Crossland's been good up to this point in the ball game, and it looks like Luke House is stretching out there just in case things get hairy here in the 4th inning. But if Crossland can continue his efforts, he should be in good shape. He struck out 5 in 3 1/3 innings of work, allowing just 1 hit. He struggled with command a bit over the first 2 innings, allowing 3 walks, but has really cleaned that up over the past 2 innings. But he finds himself down in the count here as that one peeled down, and they'll say he went around. Strike 2. So Richardson going to have to battle up here with 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, that one's in the dirt for ball 3. The payoff pitch is popped up over to the right side and foul. The next one to Richardson, that one, he was reaching for it that time, and Quinones knew it. He does manage to foul it into the backstop. But again, neither man out of the battle just yet. Something's got to give. The payoff pitch misses high for ball 4. He ran a bit too far up that time, and now Richardson will trot down to first base as the 4th player to walk for the Mule Riders in this one. That'll bring up the left fielder, Mikey McGinnis. First pitch here in the at-bat misses outside for ball 1. You can see a little bit of it there on your screen, but the grandstand here behind home plate has received a beautiful renovation over the offseason. Rab Rogers Field continuing to upgrade its facilities with each passing year, and Crossland was ready to go, and the umpire had to call time. The 1-1. That one just misses for ball 2. The 2-1 from Crossland. That one is swung on and missed for strike 2. And again, Crossland's done a really good job of throwing off batters' timing. He hasn't always hit his spots, but when he has, it's been a thing of beauty. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back over to the right side. The next pitch just misses outside for ball 3. Another lengthy battle here between pitcher and batter. We'll see who gets the upper hand as Crossland sets. The 3-2 is going to have to wait as there's a check over on the runner at first. He's back in time. Richardson does have a stolen base on the season in just 1 attempt. So perhaps trying to just keep him honest there. The 3-2 pitch, that one runs high for ball 4. And that'll be walk number 5 of this outing for Cade Crossland.
Now batting catcher Jack Rubick.
With Jack Rubick due up for the Mule Riders. Luke House is officially getting loose out there for Ouachita, so we'll likely see him out there before this one is over. But right now, Crossland just trying to get out of the inning. First pitch is in there for a strike. Rubick is 0 for 1 on the day, one of the 5 strikeout victims that has fallen Crossland so far. Good location down that time, but couldn't get him to bite. It's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Misses high for ball 2. The 2-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Great comeback pitch that time from Crossland. And now the Muleriders catcher is going to have to battle up. 2 on, 1 away, 2-2 count. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So make it half a dozen now for the freshman lefty. 6 strikeouts on the ball game. And Chris Sutton will step up to the plate in a 2-out RBI opportunity. First pitch is ripped out to left field. That ball's got a lot of carry to it, but it is going to die out shy of the warning track. G. Allen making the play, and again, the Tigers get out of the jam. Make it 4 scoreless innings for the freshman left-hander against the number 15 team in the land. Ouachita will have a chance to provide him some insurance when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch. A place to sit back and watch the world go by. A place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
Bottom of the 4th inning about to get underway here at Rab Rogers Field. Ouachita leading this one against the number 15 team in the country 2-0. And SAU is going to have another new look out there on the mound, as now it will be Chance Bolter, the junior right-hander, throwing for his Muleriders team for Ouachita. Looks like it's going to be Schrader, Terrio, and Arrington due up to lead off the inning. The Tigers have had plenty of base runners at times, but really haven't been able to scratch across a run since the first inning. The only 2 RBIs of the game thus far credited to Kieran Terrio, or excuse me, not Kieran Terrio, Dustin Bermudez, the other middle infielder, as well as Isaac Nowell. Although Kieran Terrio did have an RBI or 2 in the game on Sunday against Arkansas Tech. But right now we are ready to resume action with one of the biggest on-base threats for the Tigers, C.W. Schrader. First pitch here is inside for ball 1. Schrader leads the team in walks with an even dozen on the year. One of only 3 players on the team in double digits in that category, along with Wyatt Core and Dustin Bermudez. Next pitch here is taken for ball 2. SAU, despite all of the fresh looks they've had out there, has been able to be pretty consistent since the first inning, as that one will catch the zone for a strike. Tigers have only had one arm on the mound up to this point, and that has been Cade Crossland. His command has been up and down at times, but he struck out 6 batters as this one is chopped over to the right side for Sutton. Throw over to first is in time. And that's how we'll start off things here in the bottom of the 4th. So now we will see Kieran Terrio step up to the plate for Ouachita.
Now batting second baseman, Kieran Terrio.
Terrio 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Looking to change that here. Pitcher gets set. First pitch is into the opposing batter's box for ball 1. Looks like there is another arm getting loose out there for the Muleriders. He hasn't gotten into his pitching motion yet, but he's starting to stretch out there as Terrio fouls this one into the backstop. Looks like that's Kalen Wisnowski that's stretching out there for SAU. And perhaps we'll see him in the 5th inning of play, as the 1-1 pitch here is ripped over to the left side. And it's a foul ball. Nickel made a great play on the baseball that time. And had it been fair, I think he would have made the play at first. But it does cross just over to the left side of the chalk before you can get it done. And Terrio will have one more shot here at the plate. The 1-2. SAU thought they had him, and you could hear his teammates yelling out, check, check, and finally we have a delayed call over there at first base, but he is okay for now. He held up in time. The 2-2 to Terrio is chopped up to Sutton again. Throw over to first is in time, and Sutton's been a busy man out there recording the first 2 assists of the inning. And right now, Bolter is just 1 batter away from a 1-2-3 inning, but standing in his way will be the 9-hole hitter Judd Arrington. Arrington is 1 for 1 on the day after singling in his first plate appearance. Looking to get something rolling here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 away. That pitch runs in and drills him. So after it looked like Bolter was on cruise control, he plunks Arrington in the first pitch of the at-bat, and it'll be a runner on for Wyatt Core. Core is 0 for 2 on the afternoon, but looking to change that in a big way here with a runner on. First pitch misses outside for a ball. The Tigers have had an offensive explosion at the plate as of late. They scored 6 runs in a 1-run loss to Arkansas Tech in Game 1 of their series against the Wonder Boys, as this one is chopped out to short or makes the play, and that does it for the 4th inning. So no runs on no hits and no errors, and Strand 1 man on. We're heading to the 5th inning of play. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer. Caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
And we are back with more Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The book is officially closed on Cade Crossland. He had a solid start today, striking out 6 in 4 innings of work and allowing just 1 hit. It was a big outing for the freshman as he shuts out the number 15 team in the country through the midway point of this one. And now Luke House will be tasked with keeping things right where they are on the mound. We've seen House serve in a variety of capacities over his time here at Ouachita out of the bullpen, but he's also made a few starts as well in midweek games like this, as well as the occasional weekend start. And he's going to start off this one with a ball. House did not start off as a pitcher here at Ouachita, at least on his roster. He was listed as an outfielder when he started with the program, but has moved into a pitcher-only role. Tries to use his long frame to generate plenty of velocity out there on the bump. The 1-1 pitch is fouled into the backstop. It is the top of the order due up for SAU. Riley Orr at the plate right now. Connor Allen waiting on deck. The 1-2 pitch. That one just misses for ball 3, but Quinones liked the spot as it just dipped below the zone at the last second. Orr stays alive to see at least one more pitch here. The 3-2 is ripped over to the left side. Good effort by Schrader, but it's past his glove into the corner for extra bases. Allen loses his hat, throws it in, but not before Riley Orr is in there with a stand-up double to lead off the inning. Just the second hit of the contest for the Muleriders. And that's exactly where they want to be with Connor Allen due up at the plate. Allen is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 punch-outs in this one. He was responsible for a third of the strikeouts recorded by Cade Crossland in his start. And he's down in the hole here 0-1. This time tries to lay down the bunt, and that one's going to get out of play foul. Brett McGee waits on deck for SAU. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. House beats him with the straight heater, and you can tip your cap to Allen. That is his third strikeout of the ball game. Give him the hat trick. And with one away, that's going to bring up Brandon Nickel. First pitch here is in there for a strike, and you can tell that House is liking that location a lot more after surrendering an extra base hit to the first man he faced out of the pen. The 0-1, that one's right there for strike 2, and House has really got that low heater working for him right now. The 0-2 pitch is popped up but out of play. The 0-2 pitch runs high and in, buzzed the tower a bit there. And it's 1-2 now to the 3-hole hitter for Southern Arkansas. And they're going to call a balk on Luke House. Third base umpire making the call that time. And now Coach Howard wants to go out and have a word with his man on the mound. Don't believe this will be a pitching change, as there's nobody getting loose out there in the bullpen. It is worth remembering, though, that Dustin Bermudez can pitch from the shortstop position. He played 2 ways in the game on Sunday when he recorded the 9-out save, in addition to driving in 3 runs. The 1-2 pitch misses outside for ball 2. The next pitch is popped up and out of play, foul, and Orr cheering his teammate on from third base. He's liking the battle here from McGee. The infield is playing back here, not protecting against the ground ball, as that one just misses the zone for ball 3, though it was a good location that time from House. Brandon Nickel waits on deck for the Mule Riders. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A huge out, number 2, as with a runner standing on third base, it'll likely take a base hit to bring him home here. However, Brandon Nickel is a great guy to do the job here, one of the top RBI getters for the team. In fact, he leads the team in that category with 27. This one's chopped foul, and Quinones with a good reaction. He doesn't have to chase after it, though. The 0-1 pitch misses outside for ball 1. The 1-1 is foul tipped. So now House with a chance to bounce back all the way. Getting out of this inning without any further damage done. There is a runner on third that moved to third following a balk, but he has not allowed a single base runner since after that leadoff double. The 1-2 pitch just misses the zone for ball 2. Don't know if that was a stone cold take or just locked up Nickel. Either way, it evens the count here, 2-2 to the cleanup man for SAU. The next pitch is ripped over to the right side, and that is going to get down. And SAU will place its first run of the game on the scoreboard, courtesy of an RBI single from Brandon Nickel.
Now batting center fielder Chris Lyles.
So SAU cutting Ouachita's lead in half here. With the 2-out single, House was just 1 strike away from getting out of the inning unscathed. And now he's got to face off against the reigning the MVP of the GAC Championship tourney. Chris Lyles was part of that GAC Championship squad for SAU a year ago, the team that also went all the way to Cary, North Carolina for the Division II College World Series. The 0-1, good breaking ball that just catches the zone on the inside corner for strike 2. Lyles looking to avoid going down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. The 0-2 pitch is chopped over to the left side. Going to be a tough play for Schrader, and it gets past his glove. Nobody's covering third. Nobody's covering second, and that might be one of the most unconventional doubles you are ever going to see. It barely scraped past the the infield dirt that time. But nobody was covering third. That meant that Terrio had to go and back up his teammates. That allowed for an open space at second. It's going to be a 2-out double for Chris Lyles. First pitch here is down low for a ball. Ouachita trying to get out of this inning with the lead intact. It hasn't come easy up to this point as House locates that one very well for strike 1. The next pitch is chopped over the left side. That's a fair ball. Schrader with the long throw across. It's there in time, but it pulls Cheney off the bag. And we're all even at 2 runs apiece. That one will more than likely be scored as an infield single, as Schrader had to throw all the way across the diamond to Cheney. And it was going to be a bang-bang play either way. They'll go ahead and credit the RBI to Will Richardson. We've got a brand new ball game. Here's Mikey McGinnis steps up to the plate. That one is in there for strike 1. The run and hit columns, as well as the error columns, are an exact mirror for both teams right now. 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. Going to be a tough play for Bermudez. Throw across is off the line. That's going to score a run. Richardson advances to third. And with that, SAU has taken the lead. It's 3-2 Mule Riders.
Now batting the catcher, Jack Rubik.
So House will once again have to regroup here, trying to get that final out of the inning as 3 runs have crossed the plate with 2 away in the inning. That one's taken for a ball. A hush has fallen over the crowd here at Rab Rogers Field following the SAU rally, as House locates that one for strike 1. Jack Rubik, the man at the plate right now for SAU, the catcher, as the 1-1 pitch is ripped foul. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed for strike 3, and that's going to stop the bleeding, but not before SAU plates 3 runs and takes the lead here at the midway point in this contest. Your score, Mule Riders 3, Tigers 2. Ouachita will have a chance to get those runs back when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Make Printmania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Printmania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Printmania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Printmania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Printmania today, 870-246-3803.
Bottom of the fifth inning about to get underway here at Rab Rogers Field. It was a big top of the fifth for SAU as they plated 3 runs to take the lead over the Tigers. Ouachita going to try to rally back here with the 2, 3, and 4-hole hitters due up for Ouachita. We're going to see yet another arm here for SAU as it looks like they're going to try to look for the lefty-on-lefty matchup right out of the gate. It's going to be Hayden Habel, the native of Benton, Louisiana, the sophomore left-hander, tasked with facing off against G. Allen, a lefty based out of Little Rock, Arkansas, former Little Rock Christian Warrior, along with teammate Isaac Nowell. It's been a beautiful day for baseball here at Rab Rogers Field as it was a cooler morning to start off the day, and the wind has kept it a little bit chilly here, but we've got plenty of sun to enjoy this afternoon. And if you wanted one person to change the complexion of a game with one swing of a bat, this is the guy you want at the plate. That's G. Allen. You see the numbers right there. Allen with a .355 batting average coming into this contest. And that time, the hanging curve stayed up a bit too high for ball 1. The next pitch to Allen. Runs inside for ball 2. So Habel struggling to locate that breaking ball early in this appearance. And now Allen is going to be in count leverage. The 2-0 pitch. That one's there for a strike. Set up the fastball that time with 2 breaking balls, maybe working backwards a little bit here. But still Allen with count leverage, 2-1 to the Tiger left fielder. The 2-1 pitch. That one misses high for ball 3. And it's 3-1 to Allen now. Habel will have to be careful against a man who makes his money in counts like these. The 3-1 pitch is fouled back out of play over to the left side. So Allen will see at least one more here. Michael Quinones waits on deck for Ouachita. The 3-2 pitch runs high and in for ball 4. So G. Allen will work his 7th walk of the year, and that's going to bring up Michael Quinones. First pitch to Quinones is popped up into shallow center field. Lyles ranging in, and he's going to make the play for out number 1. So with 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning, that's going to bring up the slugging first baseman, Jackson Cheney. Cheney is 1 for 1 on the day with a walk, continuing his momentum from this weekend series against Arkansas Tech throw down to second is not in time as G. Allen's going to swipe a bag here, his first stolen base of the year. So now it's an RBI opportunity for Cheney if he can get one deep enough into the outfield. The 1-0 pitch misses outside for ball 2, and now the Tigers in a prime position to manufacture a run here with one away in the inning. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on in, missed for a strike. Cheney was out in front on that one, trying to drive it to left field. Wind is working against Cheney a little bit here as it's blowing out towards right field. The 2-1 pitch is right there for strike 2. Great heater that time, down in the zone from Hable. Hable's teammates rallying him on from the visiting dugout. The 2-2 pitch is ripped over to the left side. He squared that one up very well, but right into the home bullpen for a foul ball. So Cheney will be looking to straighten out his swing a little bit here. Allen taking his lead off of second, and now it was enough to elicit a step off. So Hable's going to regroup here for the 2-2 pitch. This one just misses for ball 3. Great take that time from Cheney. I think both sides knew that that was a close call as that one just missed the plane over on the right side. But Cheney will see one more here. The payoff pitch misses for ball 4. So Hable surrenders his second walk of the inning. And stepping up into the batter's box is a man who already has an RBI on the afternoon. That's Dustin Bermudez. Bermudez is 0 for 2 on the day, though he has driven in a run on a fielder's choice. That was back in the first inning. Isaac Nowell, who's standing on deck, followed it up with an RBI single, but the Tigers haven't been able to plate a run since. First pitch, it's going to be a double steal here, and everybody's safe. Allen with his second stolen base of the inning and of the season. Jackson Cheney swiping his second stolen base of the year, his first of the inning. And now Dustin Bermudez with a chance to do some damage here with the tying run 90 feet away and the go-ahead run 90 feet behind him. It's going to be the squeeze here, executed to perfection as Bermudez is tagged. Now the throw over to the plate, and Cheney is going to be gunned down at home. He's going to be shaken up a little bit as he went down to the plate hard. The Tigers do get the equalizer here on the squeeze bunt, so to credit Dustin Bermudez with his second RBI of the game. Trainers are going to take a look at Cheney as we head to the break, but your score after 5 innings, we're all even at 3 all. In this midweek matchup, we'll be back with more Tiger baseball after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network. All even at 3 as Dustin Bermudez drives in his second run of the ball game. On a squeezed bunt, Jackson Chaney trying to take home. He's gunned down on the double play, so that's all the Tigers get. But we have a brand new ball game heading into the 6th inning as Luke House is going to stay out there on the mound for the Tigers. Set to greet him will be the second baseman, Chris Sutton. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. That one is fouled off to the right side. The 0-1 is fouled off to the right side, and now Sutton quickly in the hole here, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Couldn't get Sutton to bite that time. Chris Sutton is another carryover from last year's GAC champion Mule Rider squad. Plays some great defense out there at second base. And they're going to ring him up here. Strike 3 on the beautiful breaking ball from Luke House.
Shortstop Riley Orr.
Big strikeout here to start off the 6th inning of play as the lineup card turns over. And Riley Orr steps up to the dish. That one is in the zone for a strike as Orr thought about going after it, but just held up his bat. Doesn't matter, it's a strike called anyways. That one in a similar location, but he's not going to get the call. 1-1 here to Orr. The next pitch to the shortstop is fouled back out of play over to the right side. Chaney running out of room. And it'll take a bounce off of the top of the batting cages out there in right field, which have been renovated here at Rab Rogers Field over the last year or so. One of the many touch-ups we've seen here around the ballpark over the last season as this one misses high for ball 2. Rab Rogers already an enjoyable place to watch a ball game, being made more beautiful with each passing season. And that one just misses the zone inside for ball 3. It was a backdoor breaking ball from House. The next pitch, that one is going to ring him up for strike 3. So it's back-to-back punch-outs from the sophomore right-hander to open things here in the 6th inning.
Connor Allen.
And now Connor Allen will have his chance at the plate. For Allen, it's been a tough day at the dish as he takes ball 1 here. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts and looking to avoid the dreaded golden sombrero. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike. The 1-1 pitch from House is swung on in, missed for strike 2. And now Allen in danger of being a strikeout victim once again, and Luke House just one strike away from striking out the side. The 1-2 pitch runs in and gets him on his front leg, so Luke House was one strike away from striking out the side. Instead, he's going to have a base runner on first with 2 away in the inning. That does bring up the 3-hole hitter, Brett McGee. And this is where the Mule Riders did their damage back in the 5th inning when they planted 3 runs with 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat is popped up, but perhaps still playable. Over in foul territory, it lands over near the on-deck circle for Ouachita. There you can see a friendly exchange between Quinones and McGee out there at the plate. This one, low, but a great throw by Quinones is just not in time. Somehow, some way, Allen sneaks his way to second base by avoiding the tag, and he's going to be in scoring position now for McGee with 2 away. That is his team-leading 8th stolen base on the year in just 10 attempts. The senior right fielder once again showing why he's such a threat out there on the base passes. That was a great throw from Quinones, but even better speed from Allen. The next pitch is chopped over to the right side foul. So now McGee will see one more here with 2 strikes, 2 away in the inning, and a runner on second. Looks like there is a righty that's ready to go for the Mule Riders whenever they head back out to the field. Perhaps right here. The 1-2 pitch is hit over to Jackson Cheney. Great backhand. Toss over to House is in time. Score it 3-1. And that is how the top of the 6th inning will come to a close. SAU strands a runner in scoring position, and the Tigers will have a chance to take the lead when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Getting another look inside the dugout there. Coach Howard returning out to his spot as the third base coach.
Number 10, Jake Uber.
Another new arm out there on the mound to start off this inning. Jake Uber, the man on the mound for the Mule Riders. He'll look to carry his team to the 7th inning without any further damage done. Been a great ball game out here at Rab Rogers Field today. Both of these teams have had their high moments, and all while playing under a beautiful blue sky here in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. It's Been hit or miss weather throughout March here, as it usually is in Arkansas. But we've been lucky with some beautiful weather this afternoon after some rain this past weekend. Looks like it will be 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Tigers. Isaac Nowell, Colton Schrader, and Kieran Terrio. And stepping up to the dish, once again, it'll be the center fielder for Ouachita, Isaac Nowell. Nowell has traditionally played at the left field spot, but has since moved into the center field position. And the first pitch here is taken inside for ball 1. G. Allen moving into left field after playing third base for much of last year's season. Schrader, who played second, has moved over to third, and we've seen more of Terrio over at second base as Dustin Bermudez stayed put at short and Jackson Chaney remains at first. Michael Quinones, a newcomer for the Tigers. He's positioned behind the dish, splitting time with the man who held that position for much of the campaign last year, Cade Burris. And that one's fouled over to the left side. The 2-1 pitch, that one is fair, but a great scoop by Nickel. Throw across the diamond is there in time. And that's how things start out here in the bottom of the 6th as Schrader steps up to the plate.
Now batting third baseman, Colton Schrader.
Colton Schrader battled injury for the start of the 2022 season before returning for a solid finish to the campaign. Was a big part of the Tigers' run to the NCAA tournament a year ago, their first appearance in 14 years. One of 3 representatives of the Great American Conference, along with the team that the Tigers are facing today, Southern Arkansas. The 3rd representative of the GAC, the Henderson State Reddies, who the Mule Riders faced in the finals of the Great American Conference tournament. They also had a rematch in the finals of the first round of the Central Regional. SAU hosted and Central Missouri hosted. SAU finishing off their hosting spot with a matchup against Henderson State as this one is slapped into right field and it hangs up long enough for Allen to make the play. He showed his speed on the base paths a few moments ago. Now he's showing it in the outfield as he records out number 2. So that'll bring up the second baseman, Kieran Terrio. And the Tigers looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning here at the hands of Uber. First pitch is fouled over to the right side. Ouachita played against Central Missouri in their half of the regional. Ended up beating the Mules in the opener before meeting a red-hot Augustana team, and then they had a rematch with the Mules, just ended up losing that one. Augustana ended up winning the north half of the Central region as this one is chopped over to the right side, and play is made for out number 3. So Ouachita goes down 1-2-3 here. In the bottom of the 6th inning, we're 2/3 of the way home, and we're all knotted up at 3 runs apiece. We'll be back with more Tiger baseball after this timeout.
If you or a loved one gets hurt in an accident, you need true care and concern. You can hand us everything, the bills, the paperwork, and anything else you need help with. So you can focus on recovering from your injury. That's why people turn to the Taylor King Law Firm. You need an attorney with integrity and experience in dealing with the complex details. We do everything we can to relieve the stress and take care of your family. If you're injured in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. We'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washita Sports Digital Network.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network. We will start out inning number 7 with number 7 at the plate for the Mule Riders. That's the cleanup man, Brandon Nickel. He's looking to get things rolling here for his squad in an even matchup. A midweek game between these two teams who will face each other in their official conference series down the line in Magnolia. As this one is taken low, and now Nickel in a good spot, up 0-2 in the count, or excuse me, 2-0 in the count here. House, the next pitch, that one is going to run low for ball 3. House trying to bounce back with a strike. That's exactly what he gets right here on the heater. And it's 3-1 now to the designated hitter, or excuse me, the third baseman for the Mule Riders. 3-1 pitch. That one runs low for ball 4. So House loses him on 5 pitches that time. And SAU has a base runner to start things here in the 7th.
Center fielder Chris Lyles.
So with nobody out and a runner on first, Chris Lyles steps up to the dish for his team. And we have time called, as there was some yelling for time. And the umpire got the notice just a bit too late, but not before House had released the pitch. So they were able to freeze it before it was thrown. Lyles getting some last-minute instruction here from his skipper, Lyles. Hoping to guide his team to another great campaign here in 2023. Greatness has become synonymous with the Mule Riders baseball program, as they won the GAC championship a year ago and finally made that trip to Cary for the Division II College World Series. But they've been hanging around the NCAA tournament for several years now, as this one is taken for a strike. Lyles was trying to bunt it, but couldn't get his bat to the right spot in time, so he's down 0-1 in the count. He is going to show bunt again, though, here. Pulls back. Now he's down in the hole 0-2. The 0-2 from House is hit out to center field. Nowell's ranging over, and he's going to make the play for out number 1.
First baseman, Will Richardson.
So Lyles is retired here as the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Will Richardson. Looks like there is a righty getting loose out there in the bullpen for Washita. Check on the runner at first. Great throw over, but he is just back in time. Nickel has not been the biggest stolen base threat for the Mule Riders this year, but he has been successful in 2 of his 4 attempts. Next pitch is there for strike 2, and now Richardson finds himself in the hole, looking to avoid becoming a strikeout victim here with one away in the inning. The 0-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 1 over in the opposing batter's box. The 1-2 pitch is ripped over to the left side past the glove of C.W. Schrader. Allen with a great relay in, so the runner will stay at second. But it is a one-out single here for Richardson, and Mikey McGinnis will step up to the plate in an RBI situation.
Now batting left fielder Mikey McGinnis.
So it is a force play here at first, second, or third base on a ground ball. It's the upside for Ouachita, but they've also got to be careful as the go-ahead run is just 180 feet away. And this one is powered out to right field in an awkward spot for Core, and it gets down in fair territory. They're going to send the runner for home. Core throws it into Terrio, but not before everybody's safe. Nickel crosses home plate to give the Mule Riders the lead, and it is going to be a one-out RBI double for Mikey McGinnis. So SAU takes the lead back for the first time since the 5th inning. And now a chance to do even more damage here as we have a pinch hitter. It'll be the powerful bat of Jacob Machuca. First pitch here is inside for ball 1. That one misses outside for ball 2, so it's 2-0 now to Machuca, the pinch hitter here for SAU. He had a tape measure shot in the GAC tournament a year ago, and he finds himself up in the count here 3-0. House going to try to bounce back here. 3-0. Hangs up in the air for Allen, but that should be deep enough to score the run as it's all the way back to the warning track. Runner tags up for home. He's going to score, and it's 5-3 SAU. So Machuca is credited with the RBI off of the sac fly. House does get an important out number 2 here in the top of the 7th inning. But SAU with another RBI opportunity here, and Chris Sutton at the plate. Quinones drops that one. It is a ruled strike. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Nice heater that time from House. Looking to get out of the inning here. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Quinones hangs on to it. And that will do it for the top of the 7th, though the Mule Riders do take the lead back with 2 runs here in the top half of the inning. It is stretch time here at Rab Rogers Field, so we'll leave it on the air for Ouachita's edition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Kranick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washita Sports Digital Network.
5, 3, 2, coming into 2.
And we welcome you back to this Tuesday afternoon edition of Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. Jack Liddell warming up out there for SAU as their committee effort on the mound will continue here. Thus far, the Muleriders have combined for quality work, holding the Tigers to just 3 runs. But Washita looking to get back the 2 runs that they lost in the top half of the inning right here with 9, 1, and 2 due up. Arrington goes around that time for strike 1. Arrington got a base hit in his first plate appearance. And the count runs even to him here, 1-1. Arrington was hit in his last plate appearance, so he's reached both times that he stepped up to the plate in this one. The 1-1 pitch is down in the zone, and they'll say it is below the zone for ball 2. The next one to Arrington. Runs inside for ball 3. So Liddell in danger of losing the first man he faces here out of the bullpen, with the top of the order due up. The 3-1 pitch is chopped over to left, and it's past the glove of Nickel into an awkward spot over there, and Arrington's going to take the turn and head for 2. He's in there with a stand-up double. Just what the doctor ordered for the Tigers here to lead off the bottom half of the 7th, as the 9-hole hitter is standing in scoring position, and the top of the order is due up at the plate, starting off right here with the right fielder Wyatt Core. First pitch here to Core is fouled back out of play as his timing was thrown off. Jackson Duke, the sophomore catcher, has taken over behind the plate for the starter today. That's Jack Rubik. The 0-1 swung on and missed for strike 2. Core just missing that one as he timed it up fairly well. But regardless, he is down in the hole here and looking to avoid the punch out. Liddell checking on the runner at second. Now the 0-2. That one is slapped out to second base. Sutton scoops it, throws it over to first in time. But meanwhile, Arrington moving up 90 feet, an extra 90 feet to third base, so it effectively serves the same purpose as a bunt, and G. Allen steps up to the plate, serving as the tying run in this ball game. Allen has homered 3 times this year, including twice here at Rab Rogers Field. He's going to ground it out to Sutton here. Play is made at first, but Judd Arrington crosses the plate as Washita's 4th run of the ball game. So now the Tigers trail by just 1.
Now batting catcher, Michael Quinones.
So Quinones looking to keep the line moving here for the Tigers with a run already across here. First pitch is fouled back over to the left side. And it looks like Jacob Bowman is getting loose out there for Washita in the home bullpen as Quinones sends this one out to left field, but it hangs up long enough for a play to be made, and that is how things will wrap up here in the bottom of the 7th. So 1 run crosses the plate courtesy of the fielder's choice. Credit the RBI to G. Allen and the run to Judd Arrington. Tigers trail by 1 heading into the final 2 innings of play. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer. Caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Visit the Washita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Washita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Washita campus store. Go Tigers.
New man out there on the bump for the Tigers to start off the 8th inning. It is indeed the senior right-hander Jacob Bowman. He's going to be tasked with keeping the game right where it is heading into the bottom half of the inning. Washita trailing by 1 after the Muleriders plated 2 runs in the top half of the 2nd. Washita responded with a run of its own, but still looking for that equalizer here. And it looks like we are ready to resume action here with the top of the order. It'll be the shortstop, Riley Orr. And he's going to hit this one out into center field. Now charging in. It's going to be a tough play. And Bermudez is able to record the put out for out number 1. As it was in a tough spot out there in no man's land. That's going to bring up Connor Allen for SAU. Allen reached via a hit by pitch in his last plate appearance. He's 0 for 3 on the day with 3 strikeouts. And the first pitch here misses high for ball 1. Taking a strike here as the count runs even. Bowman is making his 5th appearance of the year for the Tigers. He's allowed 3 runs in 4 1/3 innings of work as that one rolls foul. Bowman has also struck out 4, and he's got a chance to retire Allen here via the punch out with 2 strikes in the count. The 1-2 pitch misses high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch is in the dirt for ball 3, but Quinones likes the spot. The payoff pitch from Bowman is foul tipped, but Quinones couldn't hold on to it. So still some life here for Connor Allen. The 3-2 pitch is popped up over to the left side, and it should be playable for Dustin Bermudez. It is. Bermudez's second put out here in the top of the 8th inning. And Bowman looking for the 1-2-3 inning, but standing in his way will be the 3-hole hitter, Brett McGee. Plenty of activity out there in the Ouachita bullpen right now as a righty and a lefty are getting loose. And Quinones framing that one up perfectly for Bowman. It's a strike on the outside corner. The next pitch in there for strike 2. Another good breaking ball from Bowman down in the zone, and now McGee's going to have to battle up here to avoid the 1-2-3 inning. The next pitch just fouled into the backstop, though McGee had to reach a bit for that one. Still a bit too close to comfort there for the designated hitter, and he's going to get an opportunity to see one more here. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. It is a drop third strike, and Cheney gets the ball for the third out. So Jacob Bowman retires the Mule Riders in order. 1-2-3 here in the top of the 8th inning. Ouachita with a chance to get the equalizer and perhaps even take the lead when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
This is Flo. When Flo isn't waiting tables at the Sunrise Grill, she's waiting on sunsets in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. Plan your next vacation at hotsprings.org.
Touchdown, Washington! Way up at the buzzer! Is it going to be an inside the Parker? Yes, it is!
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Santos Sosa out there on the bump for the Mule Riders, as he's going to try to keep the score right where it is heading into the 9th inning of play. But Ouachita has the heart of the order due up at the plate, trailing by just 1. And Jackson Cheney is due up at the plate. First pitch here to Cheney. Jess clips the outside corner for a strike. Cheney is 1 for 1 on the day with 2 walks. But he's down in the hole here 0-2 after a swing and a miss at one that darted out of the zone and down towards the dirt. Sosa looking to move quickly here. The 0-2 pitch. That one just misses the outside corner for ball 1. The 1-2 to the Tiger first baseman is swung on and missed for strike 3. It's a front door breaking ball that time. The Cheney went down after, and that's going to bring up Dustin Bermudez.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Dustin Bermudez.
Ouachita still well within striking distance, but just 5 outs to work with here as Bermudez takes this one for ball 1. It's been an incredible stretch for the young man from Chandler, Arizona, as he rips this one to the left side. That one's going to get through for a base hit. And the hot streak is going to continue for Bermudez as the tying run is on base for Isaac Nowell.
Now batting center fielder, Isaac Nowell.
Nowell is 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single. He'd love to move Bermudez up here with just one away in the inning. First pitch is fouled back out of play. Quick look at the numbers for Nowell on the season. His batting average currently a bit under 250, though he's had quite a bit of pop in his bat with 3 home runs. And he's driven in an even dozen runs on the year. This one is hit out to short, going to be a tough play. Sutton over to first. That one's passed, but it takes a nice hop there for the Muleriders as it goes right back to the first baseman. That's Richardson. So it will officially go down as a fielder's choice. And Bermudez and now will trade places for Colton Schrader. Check on Nowell over at first. Close play, but Nowell is back in time. That one is swung on and missed for a strike. A beautiful heater that time from Sosa. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back out of play, and now Muleriders' right-hander is 1 strike away from getting out of the inning with the lead intact. The 0-2 pitch is hit out to second. That's Sutton. Throw over to first is there in time. And that will conclude matters here in the 8th inning of play. The Tigers unable to play to run, stranding 1 runner on the inning. We're heading to the final inning of play here in this midweek matchup. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
If you or a loved one gets hurt in an accident, you need true care and concern.
You can hand us everything, the bills, the paperwork, and anything else you need help with.
So you can focus on recovering from your injury.
That's why people turn to the Taylor King Law Firm.
You need an attorney with integrity and experience in dealing with the complex details.
We do everything we can to relieve the stress and take care of your family.
If you're injured in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Ninth inning, ready to go here at Rab Rogers Field as this one is blasted out to left field, but right to G. Allen for out number 1. And so Jacob Bowman retires his 4th straight batter out of the bullpen. Ouachita trying to keep themselves within striking distance. Heading into the bottom half of the inning, Tigers down by just 1 and looking to rally in front of the home crowd. But SAU still with a chance at the plate. Chris Lyles is going to take ball 1 inside here. Again, there is a lefty and a righty getting loose out there for Ouachita. Looks like the lefty is Caleb Donahoe as Lyles lays down a bunt here. It's going to be a tough play. That's going to be an infield single for Lyles. Bunts his way on here with perfect execution, as really Cheney was the only one who could make that play, and even if he had applied the tag, it likely wouldn't have been in time. So the Mule Riders have a base runner here with one away, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Will Richardson. First pitch misses high for ball one. Check on Lyles over at first, and he's gunned down. That's the third time that Lyles has been picked off this season. And that's a big out number two for Ouachita here. Great reaction by Bowman. Cheney with the great reaction to slap down the tag in time. And this one's going to be chopped foul off the bat of Richardson. Looping breaking ball that just misses the zone on the outside half of the plate for ball two. The 2-1 from Bowman. That one misses high for ball three. Mikey McGinnis would be next if the Mule Riders can keep for the ninth. It's rally time at Rab Rogers Field. We get another look at the pickoff attempt there. Great execution from Jacob Bowman. His team's going to have a chance to try and tie this, force it to extra innings, or perhaps even walk it off here in the home crowd, in front of the home crowd when we come back. You're watching Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years. But long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. It is rally time for Ouachita here in the bottom of the ninth inning, as we have a new pitcher out there on the mound for the Mule Riders. It'll be the junior right-hander Isaiah Haynes trying to record the save for his team. It's been a committee effort for SAU in this game. They've used a different pitcher in every inning, but they've been effective thus far, holding the Tigers to just 4 runs. Ouachita gave up 5 runs between the 5th and 7th innings, and that's been the difference in this one, as the Tigers look to rally late against the number 15 team in the country. SAU looking to bounce back after dropping 2 of 3 to Henderson State this weekend. For Ouachita, trying to keep their momentum rolling after taking 2 of 3 from the number 20 team in the country, Arkansas Tech. But right now, Kieran Terrio going to get us started here in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch is fouled back out of play as that one ran in a bit on his hands. You can see his information there, originally from Vicksburg, Mississippi. This is his first year with the team. He's received quite a bit of playing time in recent games as he swings and misses here for strike 2. Terrio trying to break through into the hit column for the first time today. He's 0 for 3. The 0-2 pitch is popped up into shallow center field. It's going to be tough, though. Play is made by Allen for out number 1. And now the Mule Riders just 2 outs away from victory on this Tuesday afternoon, but Judd Arrington, who's already had a multi-hit performance here today, looking to get something going with 1 away in the inning. Back in the 7th, he doubled to left field, and he's going to take this one for ball 1 outside. Top of the order due up, following Arrington, as he pops this one over to the right side. That one's going to be trouble, and it gets down in foul territory. Arrington back in his natural spot in the lineup today at the DH position. He has consistently been a threat to get on base in his time here at Ouachita. He had an on-base percentage north of 460 last year. He's got an on-base percentage north of 400 again here this year. Or, good scoop at short, throw across the diamond is there. And now the Tigers are down to their last out of the afternoon.
Now batting right fielder.
But the lineup card will turn over here as Wyatt Core steps up to the plate. First pitch here is popped up, but out of play, foul. There you can see Coach David Sharp, the athletic director for Ouachita, taking in the game behind home plate. As this one misses high for ball 1. Plenty of Ouachita fans and members of the community coming out to enjoy this beautiful day of baseball, although it's getting a little bit chillier as the afternoon continues. The 1-1 here is fouled back over to the right side, and now the Tigers are down to their final strike. Isaiah Haynes looking to put away Core and pick up the save. The 1-2 pitch. Misses high and maybe a bit outside for ball 2. So the sophomore right fielder will live to see at least one more pitch. The 2-2 now from Haynes. That one runs in and almost drills Core. Instead, it's 3-2 now to the right fielder. Something's got to give here. Payoff pitch, 2 away. And it's popped up over behind home plate. But it is playable, and catcher makes the play for out number 3. Credit the final put out to Jackson Duke, and he is going to lock up a midweek victory for the SAU Mule Riders.
For the Tigers in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. This final score of today's game.
So Southern Arkansas is going to pick up its 15th win of the year in just 22 tries as Ouachita falls to 12-8 on the year.
For the latest news and information surrounding Ouachita athletics.
But for Ouachita, again, plenty of baseball action coming up soon. For the next time you can catch it here on Ouachita Sports Digital Network, that's actually going to be next week during spring break here at Ouachita Baptist University. Friday and Saturday series against Southeastern Oklahoma State. There will be a midweek game here at home. That will not be live, though. That's against Christian Brothers. Before all of that, there's actually going to be a conference series this weekend as we are entering the middle portion of the Great American Conference schedule for Ouachita. And the Tigers, having taken 3 of their first 4 series in conference play, they're going to be on the road again this weekend. And that game is going to be against East Central out in Ada, Oklahoma. After that, again, Ouachita will be back here to play Christian Brothers in Southeastern Oklahoma State. And that'll all be next week for the GAC series. You can catch that right here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. But until then, your final line score in this one, 5 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for the Mule Riders, 4 runs on 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Tigers. Until next time, we thank you for tuning in to this edition of Tiger Baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. This is Chase Hartzell signing off. Have a great afternoon, and go Tigers!